Studying for exam can be very tiring, especially when you don't have that habit of reading almost every day after your lectures. And I'm not even going to lie, I'm not even going to pretend that I do that. I don't. Only on rare cases that I actually do that. But these are the steps that I took during my final year exams, how I was able to read and how I was able to write my exams. And guys, the results were amazing. I'm not even going to lie. So if you're interested to know how to read, that will help you in your final year exams or during your exams, then you need to see this video till the end.
All the dangers have been made up. You believe what they say.
Hey besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Sally Talks aka.prestige. Guys, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 5 steps that I use when I was reading for my final year exams and how it has helped me. Okay, so I have the jottings here of what I wrote. So just in case I'm not looking directly to the camera, just know that I'm reading out my points. So here are the points, the 5 points on how I was able to read for my final year exams. And guys, if you stick to this process or these steps I give, I promise you, and by God's grace, God's going to help you and you'll be so pleased. So the number 1 point I wrote is that stop procrastinating. Guys, I don't think there's anybody that procrastinates more like me. Jeez, if they're going to give any trophy for procrastination, darling, it should be given to more, because I can procrastinate. Jesus, I digress. Okay, what I wrote was that stop procrastinating and make a study plan. I cannot even lie. Once I noticed that the exam was fast approaching, I'm like, God, I don't want to disappoint my auntie because she's my sponsor. How would you feel that I went to a private university and I went there, I was messing up, I wasn't reading to get. So here are the points I wrote. The first one I wrote was that stop procrastinating and make a plan. Don't wait until the last minute to start reading for exams. What that actually is to get you stressed, which will result to paying less attention to areas that you ought to because you're already stressful. And I'm not even gonna lie, this happened to me 100 times. Like whenever I'm reading for exams, like once I don't read the time that I'm supposed to read, I only decide to read when it's few days to the exams. I realize that I'm stressed because once I start flipping the pages, like there are a lot, I'll be wondering like, God, how do I finish this book? It's bulky. It's because I didn't plan. So stop procrastinating and plan towards reading. Study somewhere where you can concentrate. And I'm not even going to lie, if you know that staying with your family members where they are watching movies, you're not going to concentrate, darling. You staying there and reading, you're not helping yourself because you are at the losing points, not them. So if you're not going to a place that you know, if you're reading there, you pay attention, you concentrate, darling, it's better for you not to read. It's better for you to just sit down and chit chat with them instead of wasting your time, stressing your brain without reading. There are more explanations that I did. I said maybe your room or library. Getting a study space or place will help you subconsciously by registering that spot in your head that this is my study spot, and whenever you're there, you pay rapt attention to whatever it is you're reading. And I'm not even going to lie, I realized that when I'm reading when everybody is moving around, I don't pay attention. The habit I cultivate was that either I go to the library to read or I stay in the room when everybody is sleeping and I'll read. Once everybody is sleeping, I know that this is just me, myself, and I pay attention to whatever it is I'm reading. The third point is that change your study style. And I'm not even going to lie, changing your study style will help you in reading. Like I said, I used to read before, even if my family members are watching a movie or I'm in the room and everybody is not sleeping, everybody's awake, I'm reading, I'll get distracted. Someone will be like, this thing is very funny. I'll be like, let me go and see you. And I just realized that I wasn't helping myself. But one of the things I learned was that even if they are not ready to sleep, the new study style that I learned was that I learned to start reading on headphone, play music, and I read. And I was amazed that I could actually read using music. So just find a way, just look for how and better ways on how to change your study plans and ways and style that is conducive for you. Don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. I'm even going to make emphasis on that. Don't stress yourself. Find a study style that suits you, that is best for you, depending on the subjects and topics that you're dealing with. Let me not even lie. Let me make emphasis on that. Depending on the subjects or course that you are reading, the style, the pattern that suits you whenever you're reading, that makes you understand and assimilate better. I said change your study style depending on the subject. By doing this, you are adapting to different styles of reading and understanding which style suits better depending on the subject you are reading for. Do you understand? Depending on the subject you're reading for. Like for now, if I'm reading a course that has to do with dates, calculations, guides, I studied there in a quiet place, like where everybody's sleeping, without music, but with lots of book, like everywhere will be littered with books, calculating, making sure that I understand this. So just do whatever I think that works best. The fourth point is that study in groups. I'm not even going to lie, there are times that some courses are very difficult for me to understand, but once I study in groups, I have a better understanding of that course. Like, what I do is that I will read personally, and if there are some topics that I don't understand, I'll get to school, meet up with my classmates, and start asking them questions. I'm like, okay, please, can you explain this topic for me? What did you understand with this? What did you understand with this? By then telling me this, guys, you'll be amazed when I get into the exam hall, the way I pen down, focus on my script, and I start writing. You're wondering, like, I thought this was the person that was saying that she doesn't understand this course. And how come she's still writing and we're done writing? That's just it. There are some courses that having a group discussion helps me in understanding it better than doing it myself. What I said, studying in groups will help you in bridging the gaps, if there's any, while doing your personal reading. And it will also help in broadening your understanding on some topics that you find difficult and challenging in assimilating. Do you understand? The last point is make sure you get a proper rest. I'm not even gonna lie. Resting is very important as a student and generally as individuals. We need to rest, read like you just have today to read, and also rest because your life and your health is important. You have to be healthy, you have to be mentally okay before you be able to write these exams. Do you understand? Rest. I explained that the most important tip is that to make sure you get a proper rest. That is sleep. Emphasis on sleep, because lack of proper rest or deprivation of proper rest has a lot of negative consequences, not just to the brain, but also your entire body. I'm not even going to lie. If you don't rest well, you might wake up feeling cranky, having a headache, not just yourself because you've been stressing yourself. So, in as much as you want to pass, read, please and please rest well. It's very important. In conclusion, I also want to know in the comment section, how do you guys study? Do some of you also study the way I study? And let me know, is there any step or tips that I missed in sharing with you guys on how to study for your exams? Please let me know in the comment section. And if this video was helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. But most importantly, don't forget what? To turn on your notification bell so you get to be notified